Hello, folks, here on the internet. We're going to talk about my opinion and views on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. I've been the bad boy of the internet. I've been a hater of Bitcoin. I've made a lot of predictions which remarkably have come true. And I feel that since Bitcoin is back on the rise, ready to trick, sucker, bamboozle more people back into it, we should talk about it. We should discuss the principles that I am operating on in terms of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Because if you've noticed, there are some people who are fanatical about Bitcoin. They kept saying that it was going to go up, it was going to come back, it was going to keep doing when it was crashing month after month. It's like it's going to come back. It's going to do this. These people are fanatics, crypto bulls. You got to ask yourself, why? Many notable people here on YouTube got suckered into it. And once again, the people who were able to make money, and a lot of money, through their businesses were not sucked in. So let's kind of examine that. The people who got sucked in because of need. And, if you didn't buy your cryptocurrency like I did in 2009 when it was super cheap, you missed out. That was the time to buy Bitcoin. Not at 2, 3, 4, 5,000. Because this is the math works against most people. Let's say you got an extra 300, 400 bucks a month, and you take that money and you put it into Bitcoin. So depending on where you come in, you can't even buy a whole coin. You get part of a coin. So that's a big part of the problem. You get part of a coin. You can't get a whole coin. And also, let me show you something here. Because the whales are playing. A single large Bitcoin sale crashed the price of the cryptocurrency by over 10% on Friday. Bitcoin fell from 7,726 to 6,700, a drop of $1,000 because a whale sold some Bitcoin, and the whale sold 5,000. The crash appeared to have been caused by a large sale on Bitstamp, a leading European cryptocurrency exchange. A large sale order was executed on our BCT, impacting the order book. Bitstamp treated. So essentially, the sale order appears to have been around 5,000 Bitcoin. What this was someone taking profits. This was someone who probably has a lot more Bitcoin. This is someone who bought in early. They didn't buy in at $1,000. They bought in at anywhere from $1 to maybe $100, and they're running it. 20% of Bitcoin, because that number, let's see, the sale order appeared to have been around 5,000 Bitcoin, which had been worth over 38.6 million at the time the order was placed. Peter said the sale and subsequent price movement is a stark reminder that crypto assets still operate in a nascent market, which is susceptible to significant price moves by whales. This is something that I have been talking about since day one. The price of Bitcoin has been manipulated. Let's see, most Bitcoin trading faked. Most Bitcoin traded fake by unregulated exchanges, study finds. Once again, you have a very small group of people who are making a lot of money. A lot of money. Nearly 95% of all reported trading in Bitcoin is artificially created by unregulated exchanges, a new study concludes, raising fresh doubts about the nascent market following a steep decline in prices over the past year. I mean, I'm here to give you a message. Do not invest in Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. Invest in yourself, because it's a very expensive investment. It's a very expensive situation. What's up, Alvin? Yeah. Once again, I'm saying don't be suckered into buying Bitcoin, because that's what's going to happen to a lot of people. Loyal Determined, thanks for the $5 super chat. Appreciate you. Common FUD, easily buy Litecoin at 25 bucks. Miss Archie, why aren't you supporting placing low buy orders? Because I make my money a different way. Steve Jameson, 40 million was stolen in Bitcoin. 5.8 from the exchange. Binance could be the thieves' plan. See, once again, and this is something that I come across unsophisticated, business people. There are some people who are talking about, hey, I'm a Bitcoin investor. Really? In 2013, I was pumping up Bitcoin very hard. I was trying to get more people involved into the movement, and a lot of people just weren't interested, and the movement wasn't there. Right now is not the time to invest into Bitcoin. You don't have enough money. Once again, you don't have enough money, because if you can't roll in there seriously with about $500,000 where you can get some whole coins, you're just playing around. Do not invest in Bitcoin. Invest in yourself. Let's take Ed. Ed has $400 a month that he can invest in Bitcoin. If Ed was to hold on to his $400 and start a service business, Ed would be getting about $2,000 a month on top of his $400 that he had. So that's a $2,400 swing. Ed would be better off starting a small business on the side versus investing in Bitcoin. Ed would see some real money. Crypto is so speculative. And once again, when one person can sell their Bitcoin and crash the market, one person, that is not a place that you want to have your hopes, dreams, and money into. What's up, Clothing Vintage? Just tuned in. Glad you're doing well. You've been investing since 2015. You got in earlier. Bruce Allen, at what price should you buy in your opinion? If you're not, all right, let's go ahead and talk about the profile. If you currently have credit card debt, car notes, you shouldn't be investing in anything at any price. You need to go ahead and pay off your debt. You need to be debt free before you invest in the stocks, crypto. So that should be your first concern. Many people are trying to jump into crypto and outpace their debt. So let's say you jump in crypto, and when it was humming, that worked. If you got in crypto at 2,000, and if you were like me, sold out at the top of the mountain, that was $15,000 appreciation in a matter of a few months. You got to understand, that kind of appreciation is not normal for anything. And it's very atypical. XRP, what is XRP? Because I know someone and I told him not to do it. He spent $7,000 into XRP when it was like $3. And I was like, don't do it. Don't do it. What is XRP? He did that about 2 years ago. XRP is 37 cents. 37. It has not recovered from that. He bought when it was almost $3 for XRP. That was a big turkey loss. Don't get off in XRP. Let's see. Erica Nicole, that's right. Thank you, Corey. Steve Jameson, XRP. $4 Bitcoin this time next year. Miss RT, XRP isn't my choice of currency, but at least you understand. I think holding at least one Bitcoin is a good move. Big fan of BAT. In them, I was never able to learn enough about Bitcoin to invest anyway. XRP is Ripple. Yes, he did get slaughtered. I told him not to do it, but he got caught up. And this is where a lot of people are going to get caught up. If you currently are a low-income person and you're putting your money into Bitcoin, you know, if you're making 250, 300K a year and you want to drop 20K on some Bitcoin, that ain't going to hurt you. But a lot of those folks aren't doing it. Check this out. The average income of a Bitcoin investor. So check this out. Let me bring you over here. The average Bitcoin investor is young, rich, and male. But the true Bitcoin fans are millennial men earning more than 75K a year in urban areas, according to a recent study of more than 1,000 Americans. The survey was conducted by Clovar, a company focused on promoting the mainstream adoption of Bitcoin technologies. But the results will still be a blow to true crypto evangelists. That's because in addition to the limited reach it found, the survey results also showed that the primary reason people invest in cryptocurrencies is the possibility of a huge gain, not because they think digital currencies are the future in money. In other words, people view Bitcoin much like internet stocks in the late 1990s or marijuana stocks today, a highly speculative investment. See, Bitcoin, until it stabilizes, it can't be used as money. As long as it has these large swings and big crashes and high rises, you know, like the dollar in your pocket. The dollar in your pocket doesn't really move a lot. The swing ratio is very small. So you can take this dollar and give it to John, and John is still going to have pretty much the value of that dollar a year later. You can't do that with Bitcoin. It is crazy what is happening. And, here at Money, Income, and Profit, first rule of thought, first rule of thumb, manage the money that you make very well. And if you're a low income person, spending money while you have other debt to service on Bitcoin is not a proper allocation of resources. It ain't. You don't have enough money to really make any gains. And second thing is manage your money very well. First mandate. Second mandate, make more money. Everybody should be trying to make more money. Everyone should have a small service business or something on the side. Let's see what we got in here. Yes. All right. I sold at the top. I made a lot of money with Bitcoin. A lot of people are like, "Man, you make so much money. Why are you saying it?" Because I knew a lot of people were going to get suckered. Mike Travis, Bitcoin is pain. Crypto is a very first mover focus. You have to bet on the right coin early. I missed getting in early on Bitcoin and XRP because I didn't read the free Kindle books I got from them in a timely fashion. FOMO, fear of missing out, drives a lot of people. I mean, that's the reason I did so well with my crypto investment. I got in so early. He's very right. Miss Archie Corby, you're right. Basic attention token looks like a good one. See, this is the problem. What's up, Johnny Walton? We're waiting on the dollar spike. I got rid of my stash to get Bitcoin early. Thank you for the $10 super chat, Elite Alpha Fitness. Appreciate you. Just wanted to say thanks for the great information the game may provide us. Awesome. Corey, you may want to get back in XRP. Right now, a lot of people are just jumping on the bandwagon. Bitcoin processes transactions too slowly. XRP is much faster, has a better business case. No, I don't listen to Tyrone Jackson. I'm just saying, because as my fiduciary duty as an educator to warn people about, because once again, but even if you were investing in stocks, my information will be the same. If you have a lot of debt, you're not in a position to be an investor. You need to be debt free. And this is something that many people just don't say. Like, I'm going to buy this stock, because this is what happens. You have a lot of friction with your money. You've got taxes. Anyone that's talking about financial literacy and does not bring up the subject of taxes is miseducating you. And the only way that you can handle this tax load is to start a business. This is the only option you have to mitigate, reduce, or in some cases, get rid of your taxes entirely. That's the only option you have. And a lot of people are talking about stocks and portfolios, but they don't talk about taxes. They don't talk about, because they don't want to start businesses. They want to keep it easy and breezy. Steve Jameson, Bitcoin made sense for people in countries with volatile currencies like Venezuela, but in the U.S., people are drawn to get quick, rich schemes and fall in love with Bitcoin. What's up, Anthony Ferguson? Once again, this is the template. Before you become an investor, you must be debt free because of the friction. Because let's say you get your check, a big part, taxes are taking a big chunk. Then you have these debt payments, taking the big chunk. So you only got a little bit of money to invest. Imagine what your life would be like if you didn't have a car note and you didn't have rent. And you started a small business to mitigate your taxes. As they used to say in living color, more money, more money, more money, more money. Corey, 60 Minutes is running a segment on Bitcoin Sunday, and the book on the Winkle laws called Bitcoin Billionaires is released on Tuesday. Also, Satoshi is supposed to have 2 books dropping May 22nd. Alvin Hollinger, I think it's a personality thing. Some people would be better day traders than business owners. Some people are better self-employed than traders. Takes all kinds, perceptions. I'm going to differ with you a little bit because I used to date a trader. To be a successful trader, you're going to have some L's. And you got to have discipline. You got to be able to read charts. You got to be able to sit. You got to be able to make. You got the chick I used to date. She left her desk to use the bathroom and lost all her money in the few minutes she was in the bathroom, and it took her 4 months to recover. 4 months. So trading isn't easy, and I think it also takes a certain type of aptitude that many people don't have because many people are poor learners. I think you could take virtually anyone and say, look, this is what you need to do. You need to start your service business. You need to get you some extra income coming in. Average person can do that. Average person. But I think more people can start a small, profitable business than become traders. Because trading is hard. And look at the bath that a lot of people are taking. You know, I don't know what's going on in Venezuela, but I do know what's going on here. And I know that we're getting ready for it to start again. Because, you know, Alvin and I have talked, and I said, you know, when it pumped up, I said it's going to drop again. Because, you know, I had a prediction that Bitcoin was going to get to 5,000 and it was going to crash again. So far, that prediction is invalid because it's got to 8,000 and it hasn't crashed yet. But it's coming because these whales. See, you got a huge group of people out here who own cryptocurrency, and you got this fake trading. You got this shield trading. You got to understand that some people got into Bitcoin early. Like I'm talking about, they got their Bitcoin for $1 or $2 or maybe $20. So the person who sold the 5,000 Bitcoin made a killing. It made a killing. And one of the perceptions is, you know, here at Money, Income, and Profit, you got to get your basic financial house correct. Because I've had a whole bunch of people, it's like, you know, since you were in these predictions, why don't you short Bitcoin? I don't need Bitcoin to live well. And that is something that's just remarkably lost on a lot of people. There are 1,000,001 ways to make money. I would be, if I had gotten into Bitcoin the way that people want me to, I would have lost money. I sold my coins, got out, wiped my hands of it, and did not jump back in. Because until recently, people who were dollar cost averaging, and that's taking a certain amount of money every month, putting it into Bitcoin, lost money. They were losing money. Mel Brown, goodbye. Let's go ahead. Mel Brown, you are a low expectation having person. There are thousands of black people starting businesses. And we're not going to have your low expectations and your poverty mindset on this channel. Hope clothing trading definitely brings in L's. I still have some nightmares from some Netflix calls I bought in 2018. I'm not as well versed on Elliott waves, Miss Archie. It's a powerful system. I follow a guy, Kazanomics, on Twitch. Miss Archie, are you trading isn't hard to just hold your margins tightly, period. It went to 9K. What went to 9K? Bitcoin is $7,200. It did not go to 9K. Trading is, I would beg to differ with you. I would beg to differ with you. Now, I know some people who've lost a lot of money trading. T. Will, please don't trust the Wall Street Journal to be honest with the people about crypto. Crypto is going to be the death of Wall Street eventually. Maybe not now, but the digital world is coming. Let's see. Wait till BTC hits 100K. Once again, all right, let's talk about your situation, Miss Archie. How much money are you making from cryptocurrency? Let's talk about the real results, because one of the things that I got into, a lot of people were talking about the benefits. It ain't hard. What are your actual financial results? Let's talk about actual financial results. King Nick, I trade Bitcoin and I didn't recommend it for anyone. Let's talk about results. I just read an article about banks being fined billions for rigging Forex markets, which is 9% of the people fail in. The banks are why. There is market manipulation in everything. There's market manipulation in stocks. There's market manipulation in trading. Now, there are some people who are really good traders. There's a guy on YouTube who was able to get his Acorn account up to $22,000 in a month because he knows what he's doing. But the same guy also put up a video talking about if you want to become a successful trader, you're looking at 4 to 5 years of a learning curve. He put that out there. That's why I really think he's because there are successful traders, but many people don't have the mentality to be a successful trader, and they don't have the money. You're going to need to start off with some money. In some markets, okay, in Coinbase, it did not go to 9,000. And a lot of these exchanges, and once again, I asked you directly, what has been your success with crypto? You haven't answered that question. A lot of these exchanges are unregulated, and they're the wild, wild west. And a lot of these exchanges that you're talking about are the source of all this shield trading. My top 3 holdings are and have been Bitcoin, Tesla, and Amazon for a long time. I may be 34, but I feel 65. Too cool for school. No nonsense Forex is the only channel that cuts through the manipulation BS. Yeah, I saw that article, Ted Ginn, because of the guy in high school who's blowing up the 100-yard dash records. They're supposed to be racing. Because once again, as Steve Jameson has brought up, typically when I start getting real with people, it's like, okay, what are your crypto results? How much money have you made? And let's bet 10,000. Most of them don't have 10,000 cash to put up as a bet. So, Miss Archie, what are your results? Because you're talking all this, you're talking theory and conjecture. Because I did not see on any exchange that it went to 9,000. Coinbase. Let's go to, let's see what did it do. I don't want to create an account. Coinbase Bitcoin chart. All right. So let's get into here. See, I don't go for a lot of these Asian exchanges. This is where a lot of theft happens. This is where a great deal of bad things happen with these unregulated exchanges. So we're going to go on the Coinbase. It didn't even break 800 on Coinbase. Let me see. Let me go. Oh, let's go 1 month. So 8,200, almost 8,300 bucks was the highest this got on Coinbase. And that's another issue with Bitcoin. On all these exchanges, the price can be vastly different. That is not conducive to personal comfort and security of someone being a long-term investor. That doesn't work either. Miss Archie, I'm sorry, I felt for a second I've been doing good. I started with 200 bucks and I have so 200 bucks to 2,000. That's not going to change your life, Miss Archie. If you had taken that same 200 bucks and started a service business, you could be making $2,000 a month, $2,000 to $5,000 a month. Okay, 8,400. Corey B, I got back in with the last month. Not much results yet. A couple of my exchanges got it hacked. Once again, it's like, you know that this prostitute is contaminated, but people still keep giving it a D. Yours the horse is as glue, still in the speculative state. Very much so. This is why I'm saying don't invest in Bitcoin, because unless you just got mad extra cash to blow, where if you lose all this money, it's just not going to impact you, fine. Or if you are a true crypto enthusiast who's about the blockchain, not about the potential gains of throwing in, 400 bucks and getting like 2,000 to 3,000 back. Oh, with the price differences, you can arbitrage between exchanges. P, you only lose if you sell. A lot of people sold, man. Eating them, I don't think it's for me. I had a hard enough time understanding Forex. What kind of service business can you start for 200 bucks? You can start a lawn service. You can start a moving service. You can start a maid service. There's a lot of stuff you can do for 200 bucks. Use Bitcoin as side income. Corey, yes. Crypto is the wild regulation. That's the wild, wild west. Aaron Goyang, I recommend a service business that fits with your personality. One of the big problems, and this is why so many businesses fail, is you have someone looking at the business and not looking at their personal talents and abilities in regards to that kind of business. You got to go out and learn this whole new thing, and typically it doesn't work out well. So what can you do? FK, this is Internet Stocks Redux, an opportunity to take advantage of the underinformed. Like, I was on the road for the last 2 years. And I'm once again, This is a financial education channel. I'm, saying upfront, blatantly, do not start investing into cryptocurrency right now, because there's so much more to come. I mean, cryptocurrency is here to stay. It's not going to disappear, but you need to get into some coins very early if you want to make significant money. Once again, Bitcoin is dangerous to a person of low income, limited assets. It's a very dangerous thing, because you're like, give me some Bitcoin, I'm gonna get it at 3,500 and I'm gonna sell it at 20K, or these Bitcoin ETFs that are coming. Once again, get your financial house in order so you will not be so financially thirsty. Primal Fitness, we talking about not investing in Bitcoin. So we're going to stay on topic, because this is a juicy one. I know I have gotten into fights with people on Facebook about cryptocurrency. And once it started crashing and kept crashing, I didn't have to deal with nobody. They didn't come for me. They were very quiet. Because I remember someone asked me, why wouldn't you invest in crypto? And I gave some very valid answers. And he was like, but still, you should put some money in it. And I was like, dude, I'm already rich. I don't have to do this. Now, you, on the other hand, you may need to scratch up some Bitcoin to get you some coins in your wallet. But I have a business model that works very well. And this is something that many people just didn't understand. It's like the lottery mentality. There are people out here who make millions of dollars per day who don't have to mess with Bitcoin. Bitcoin would slow them up, because then they would have to get into something, research something, keep track of stuff. And then, the thing with Bitcoin is, you leave your Bitcoin on the exchange, it can be hacked, or you can convert your Bitcoin to cold storage, which is a nuisance. It's very interesting. But here's the word: don't invest in Bitcoin or cryptocurrency if you have personal debt, if you have student loans. It is not the thing to do, because the chances of you outpacing your debt, getting into Bitcoin or some cryptocurrency and having appreciation where it can go up quicker than the debt you have, are slim to none. With these whales out here in the crypto oceans doing backflips. Ms. Arch, I want to say it's yes, it's effective strategies to find a great coin at 99 or less. That's what I did. I mean, my Bitcoin cost me 80 cents. And I sold it for almost 18,000. I felt that I left a few $1,000s on the table, where I was like, this is the time to sell. So yes, you get in when it's super cheap. And the thing is, this appreciation is going to take years. It's not going to take months. I mean, I sat on my Bitcoin for like 8 years. Consulting is great. Consulting is a great service business. And if that's something you're already doing, King Nick, I've been in crypto since 2017, did well late 2017, took profits, and I still can't muster to tell my friends to join. I've seen a lot of ups and downs, friends making money, losing all, better to invest what you're willing to lose. Bitcoin was obsoleted by Hashgraph and still can't close to the 0 point of the performance of Visa. That's interesting. You're speaking knowledge in language I do not know. because this was another reason that I got out of Bitcoin. There's so much that you need to learn: hash rate, mining ability. There's just things you need to be on top of if you're going to become a crypto investor. And the whole thing that you couldn't buy Litecoin unless you bought Bitcoin and then converted that to Litecoin. And I think you can buy a lot of this stuff direct now, but you had to convert your Bitcoin to get this new coin. Love it when G said, let's make a wager for 10K. That's because, once again, a lot of people were coming at me. They were coming for me with pitchforks and lit torches. And I was just like, hey, how much money do you have? I mean, people were arguing me up and down that I was crazy and I was stupid for not becoming a part of Bitcoin. I could have took that position. It's like, hey, you were stupid for not being part of the storage auction business when it was gravy. I used to be able to go out and get 15, 20 lockers for $25. It was a lot of work, but it was a lot of money. Oh, BitConnect, man. Trayvon James, he has converted his channel to Crypto Weather, and he has resurrected his reputation because the channel is hilarious. It is hilarious. I mean, the thing is about the crypto space, and this is why investing in a business is better than investing in crypto. That business, when you're successful, is going to throw off cash, usable cash. Bitcoin, until you sell at an appreciated rate, does not throw off any cash. Also, the big issue with Bitcoin is once you sell, you no longer have any more Bitcoin. This business, week after week, is throwing off cash. It's throwing off cash. It's throwing off cash. So any way you slice it, starting a small business is just going to benefit you greater economically than Bitcoin. Steve Jeremy, one of the reasons that Bitcoin and ETH held prices for a while is just what Uncle G was saying. You had to buy them to get into the ICOs. Yeah, they changed that. Marvin's marketing man, as a guy told me he converted his money into Bitcoin to wash the dirt off. What? That's crazy. Corey B, Bitcoin was scam city. Trayvon is a good trader. Good, got greedy. He may have lost his coin when Bitcoin exit scams. Trayvon is still out here on these mean internet streets doing his thing. He's still doing it. Crypto. Let's see. Let's go to YouTube. I haven't watched him in a while because he really clowns. So this is his channel. He does crypto weather, and he ain't really growing. So I don't know what he's talking about here. He really be cutting up. I mean, it is hilarious. He even brought some in the comments. You was like, man, dude, I want to hate you, but you so funny. I really wanted to hate you because he's not in jail. I thought Trayvon was going to commit suicide at one point. Craig Grant. Oh yeah, there was a bunch of them out there, man. There was a bunch of them. There was one guy, and also when the crypto thing was going on, all these crypto channels were making crazy AdSense money. I know Doug Polk, his crypto channel, was doing 200K a month in AdSense money. And this was because they were running all these crypto ads on Facebook, YouTube. Then Facebook banned crypto ads. And then that became a problem. So, once again, if you're a low income person, you really need to stay away from crypto and start working on some solid money management skills and some business fundamentals. In the long run, that's going to give you more money than crypto. Unless you got in super early, when you can get Bitcoin for $1. And that's what a lot of these folks did. This one kid, I think he was talking about he's a crypto millionaire. He bought like 5 or 6,000 when they were $1. He got money from his grandmother. He went all in. And that's why he made so much money. Yes, Marvin, there are people who wash their money in Bitcoin and Moreno. These are some. Oh, okay. Money laundering. Okay. BitConnect is coming back in 43 days. Get out of here. Crypto Nick. Do you recommend Amway, WWDB? What is that? Oh, people are going to say invest in crypto because you got to understand the nature of human nature. People don't want to wait. People don't want to work. People don't want to do things the correct way. There are some people who got in cryptocurrency when it was like $200. Those people have been good throughout this meltdown, but they got in early. That was the key. Crypto, Corey B. There was a lot of people who were big on crypto, flipped to social media management and motivation once BitConnect folded. Eric Finneman. Yeah, there was a bunch of kids into it. What? BitConnect is coming back. Wait a minute. The FBI seeking potential victims of BitConnect to assist in an investigation. I don't see any begin. I don't think it's coming. They still got a Twitter up. Wow, they pinned this tweet where the FBI is seeking victims. That's crazy. Because see, once again, this is what's going to start happening. You're going to have a bunch of people who are going to start pushing Bitcoin. They were quiet. They've still been quiet because we haven't gotten into it in a minute on my page. But at one point, it got vicious. And then I start talking that smackety smack. And for month after month after month after month, I was spot on. Because once again, and part of me is like, why is Bitcoin appreciating now? We're about to hit summer where a lot of people won't have any money. Carlos. Corby, a lot of it's not letting mainstream media give you the info. Have to go do the research on CoinMarketCap and Bitcoin Talk and Twitter. No, I did not hear that. BitConnect. Oh, God. Oh, my God. He's right. We'll be back soon. Good Lord. BitConnect 2.0. That is, that's kind of scary. But you know what's more scary? In light of what happened last time, people are still going to jump on because of FOMO. What if it's true? What if it's correct? I might be leaving some easy money on the table. I could be messing up. Do not invest in this stuff right now. You know, if you are a person with the bread where you can afford to drop a few thousand a month in a speculative thing, that's fine. But if you're in a situation where you have debt, car payments, you cannot be messing around with Bitcoin. You just can't do it. But once again, you know, I'm here to voice a reason. You know, you need to adjust your mindset, get into a business. I heard a lot of crazy stuff. And once again, this is why I'm doing this message today, to warn people not to get into this because of FOMO. Let's say Bitcoin goes up to 15K. That would be the worst time to buy it. Let's say Bitcoin goes up to 25K. Worst time to buy it. Because this is an old sales adage. Whatever price you pay for it, you lock in your gains or your losses. Because you make your money when you buy, not when you sell. This is a common thing. This is why when we got inventory out of the storage units, we got it super cheap. We got a unit for like $400, but everything in it sells. We can make $5,000-6,000. That $400 was our buy-in. That was the money spent. Our cost basis does not change. So you go in and when your cost basis is 25K, 30K, 40K, and it's going to drop again. That's the history of it because Bitcoin price was pretty stable before the whales started playing, started doing the backflips and the strokes and all this other stuff. The whales are just wash, rinse, and repeat. So, be advised. Go in another way. And first of all, you got to make sure that your money is solid. This is a common problem in America, and this is one of the reasons I created this course. Money management is the basics of finance and wealth development. You've got to manage your current income as well as you can. Get that under wraps, where you optimizing your income, you have money in the bank, you have no debt, then you start making more money and you start a business. You will be able to watch that new income stack because you're taking care of your current financial status. You're like, let's put it this way. Let's say you make 35K a year, right? And you listen to me. You go ahead and you get the money management, the basis of finance wealth development course. You go ahead and get that. You study the lessons. You get to the point where you just end all the foolishness. And now you're at the point where you're saving money out of that 35K. Then you go out and start a side business. You would have no need to touch that new money, and you'll be able to watch it stack, appropriately use that money to reinvest in the business and live. That's the game. That is the game, man. Oh, I know who Reggie Millicent is. Reggie is a different kind of cat. Corey B. Bitcoin price got jacked because of the futures market that Wall Street created. I was in Telegram group that was pumping and dumping. They would pick a coin, time the pump, for wait for traders to see the action, and when they felt for the bait, the group would sell and cash out. These internet streets are mean, man. They don't care about you. They don't care about you. But I just wanted to put my perspective out here. And like, unless you're making, six figures and you got money to blow, you don't need to be messing with Bitcoin. Unless you got in really early. And then this is something else too. So let's say you got in early and you spent $1 a coin and you bought 100 coins. Now you got to spend $8K to get another coin. That doesn't really work well in your mind. It's just like, whoa, that's too much. I got these coins for $1. And I got to spend $8K to get more. That won't really work. Nor maybe Binance raised the price because they had to buy back after their hack. The honey badger don't care. Honey badger don't care. And also, you take this thing with Tether. They've been trying to audit, because if you know anything about Tether, Tether is supposed to be backed by $1 for each share of Tether. They have been dragged. It's like, well, you can't audit it. We're not ready. They've been dragging their heels. And I've been watching this development. Let's see. Tether audit. Tether review claims crypto asset is fully backed, but there's a catch. Nearly 6 months after parting ways with its author, Tether has finally produced a third-party report proclaiming that its cryptocurrency is fully backed by US dollars, with some caveats. The state of Tether's reserve has been the subject of controversy for months, with online critics claiming the company has been issuing more tokens than it had dollars in the bank, essentially printing money. Tether has consistently denied this, but they have not produced any conclusive evidence that the reserve is one for one. The matter has broad implications for crypto markets, well beyond the holders of the so-called stablecoin known as USDT, whose market cap stood at $2.6 billion on Wednesday. For starters, many allege that Bitfinex, the cryptocurrency exchange that shares common owners and managers with Tether, uses USDT to artificially drive up the price of Bitcoin. An academic paper released last week supported this view, and the Commodities Futures Trading Commission reportedly subpoenaed Bitfinex into Tether in December. This has been going on ever since Tether has been announced. They refuse to come up with an audit. I mean, seriously, it's not that hard. All right, we've got 36 million Tether. Okay, show us the account with the $36 million in it. That ain't that hard. There's a reason that they're dragging their feet. This is a reason why they're having all these issues. It's not that complicated. They don't have the money. And to see when this house of cards drops, then you're going to see a reflection in the price of Bitcoin and some other coins. And it's just crazy. People don't want to do the right thing, man. They don't want to do the right thing. It's just crazy. So you got that situation going on. Then you have, first of all, the people who are trying to get into Bitcoin literally don't have the money to make any money. I actually had this conversation with Roberto Blake. He actually admitted, he's like, most people are not going to be rich, are not going to see a drastic appreciation in their income or their financial status. And I was like, dude, you're a content creator. You would be far better served by making more content, creating more courses. That's going to make you way more money than this crypto stuff. And this is something that I would tell any person with an active business that produces cash. Keep doing what you're doing. I know the lure of easy money is whispering in your ear. All you got to do is buy some of me and hold me for a little while. Then I'm going to bless you, my son and my daughter. And essentially, most of it's not true. Because, when I was going hard, putting up these posts, talking smackety smack on my Facebook page, calling people idiots, and they did not come from under their rocks. Because, once again, be rest assured that Bitcoin is going to drop again, and it's going to leave a lot of people holding the bag. A lot of people who are ill afford to take these losses. Because, once again, I'm the guy about manage your money correctly. Get that done. You can get the money management course, the links below the video. Then start a side business after you start to manage your money better. Cryptocurrency is not my thing, but blockchain, the technology that's revolutionary. Very few people who are buying Bitcoin give a damn about the blockchain. That's the thing that people didn't really care about this. FOMO, FUD, to the moon. That's all they cared about. Kind of like traders. Traders don't care about the performance of a company. They just care about if they can get that stock to move within their parameters. They don't care if the company's good, bad, as long as it moves in those parameters. And that's the same thing with many Bitcoin people. I don't care. As long as it keeps going up, I'm good. We're going to keep doing this to the moon. And that's where a lot of people are going to get caught with their pants down. I'm telling you, this is Bitcoin 2.0, wash, rinse, and repeat. Because the big problem is, if you didn't, if Bitcoin was more evenly distributed, and there weren't all of these whales, and I think literally, 40, 50% of Bitcoin is held by less than 200 people. So there's a lot of play in the line for many things to happen. Hold. For some people, holding worked out, but a lot of people, the finger got itchy, and they hit that sell button. It was like, I can't keep taking the bleeding. At least then I get some of my money back. But if you're and let's talk about, are you a trader? Or are you an investor? An investor buys and holds. That's what an investor does. This is, like people who buy off the stock exchange. And many people have a certain mix of stocks. Because, once again, if you want to have money thrown off, you need to buy dividend stocks. And a lot of people don't talk about dividend stocks. Because a lot of dividend stocks, some of the best dividend stocks are banks, power companies. Whenever they do well, they throw off a dividend, I think once a quarter or once a year, just depending upon what they do. And you need a lot of that stock because the dividends are going to be like 0.38 cents, 39 cents. $1,000 people own 40% of all Bitcoin. There ain't a lot of people. That's a lot of whales in there. And then the Bitcoin that was lost. Remember this company where the founder got killed and no one had the password? And I think they found the password. They found the Bitcoin was gone. It's a wild, wild west. Once again, get yourself together, get a good personal financial plan where you don't have any personal debt, where you're free and clear from that. Start a side business, a hustle. And, let's talk about this. A lot of people, say that, hey, people are not designed to start a business. You fit to eat. You fit to have gas. You fit to live in a place. It's just a matter of training. Many people just want to be free of responsibility. That's the big issue. And once you start to really look at what's going on, the minute that you embrace responsibility, your life will get better. Your life will get significantly better as long as you stop running away from responsibility. But that's the message. Once again, from the top, unless you balling out and you've got a lot of money, you can't afford to play the Bitcoin game. I mean, you got $400 a month. You'd be better off putting that in the traditional stock market, an IRA, or one of your retirement accounts. In my opinion. And once again, maximize and optimize your personal finances. This means get all debt paid off, no car note, maybe a mortgage will be acceptable, and then go ahead and get this side business going so you can start reclaiming tax benefits that you never really had to begin with. Because the only way that you can control and mitigate and reduce your taxes is through a small business. And anyone that is not telling you that, just like I told it to you, because taxes, it take 20% of your money before you get it if you have a job. You ain't never getting that money back. If you had a business making the same income, you can mitigate those taxes through deductions, putting stuff in the company name. My car, the nicer car is in the company name. It's not in my name. I get to enjoy it. I get to drive it, but I don't own it. The company owns it. You got to start thinking strategically like that. All right, so I will catch you guys later. Peace, hair grease. There's something that I'm thinking about doing. Put it in the comments. I'm thinking about holding a 1-hour call where people can ask questions. I'm thinking about doing that. It will be a paid service. But I'm thinking like, in the morning or something, like there's an office hours or something like that. And we will see. Let me know what you guys think about that. So with that, I'll see you guys.